Wetangula is a typical example of a leader whom people say it's not clear that you are the one to be given the ticket, or this particular party leader will give you the ticket, will make you his preferred choice for governor. I agree.
This is Ikue Updates. Kama mbaya, mbaya.
Like any other political party, they are not going to say, we are going to give you a ticket, you Didmus Barasa, to run on our party as governor of Bungoma because you are good looking, you are handsome, you are a young man, you have a nice car, or you have a nice home. No. The party will hand me a ticket if I'll be popular. If the people of Bungoma will like my agenda. So therefore what is important is that the situations where some people say, it's not clear that you are the one to be given the ticket. I agree. Or people say that, it's not clear that this particular party or this particular party leader will give you the ticket, will make you his preferred choice for governor. I agree. Yeah. Political parties can only make an individual the choice of their party and hand them the party regalia to fly the party's ticket if they are popular. Yeah. Tomorrow, if you will be popular, parties will be scrambling to pick you as their preferred candidate. So that fact is live within my heart. That's why I am going to use my constituency development plan to propel me as the best candidate. I am going to crisscross every part of this county. I am going to popularize myself. I am going to strategically position myself in this county to a level where every single individual living in the county of Bungoma will be able to see me and evaluate me against all other potential candidates and make their choice. And I am not a lazy person. I am not a lazy person. I am not a kind of a person that you can intimidate with very nasty and negative propagandas. I have always navigated across all those challenges from the time that I joined politics. When you join politics, you will rattle very many political players. Once I have good health, once I pray every day in the morning, and God gives me grace to live, God gives me a good health, that I keep my voice, I keep my eyesight, and I keep my hearing, that I can be able to hear what this person is saying. I can be able to see what I want other people to see, and I have my vision, I have my wisdom, my intellect. The rest of the things are neither here nor there. Like quoting the words of Moses Wetangula when he said that if people will die because some people are talking about them negatively, then Wetangula could have died long time ago.
Kama mbaya, mbaya.
I think I want to be very clear and very categorical. Wetangula is a typical example of a leader whom people say the more experienced he becomes, the more soft, the more consultative, the more it becomes clear that there is a fella who learns from his past mistakes. I say so because, of course, many years ago, people have been saying that Wetangula is a bit arrogant. But the little time that I've been closer with him, I can say is one of very few politicians in this country that becomes that has become more humble, even after holding one of the biggest positions in the country. Many politicians will become dishonest in the presence of power. Many politicians will move to go to live in a world of their own when they acquire massive powers, too much power. But Wetangula is a typical example of a person whom, after attaining the position he holds now, he has changed. He has not become arrogant. He has become more soft. He has become more accommodative. I think people who come from Bungoma would agree with me that most of his friends are people who occupy the lower positions in life. Even those who occupy lower positions in leadership. Many times you'll hear that the Speaker of the National Assembly is in a particular place, and when you go there, you will expect that him being a Speaker of the National Assembly, you'll want to meet him in company of, the heads of parastatals, the principal secretaries, high-flying members of parliament. But you will be shocked that you see the people who are surrounding Moses Wetangula are grassroots leaders, members of county assemblies. You will find him with the chairman of various border stages. You will find him with the cheerleaders of various community-based organizations, various women groups. He will meet him with the leaders, grassroots leaders of his party. So I can say yes, from the time that Moses Wetangula became Speaker of the National Assembly, he has changed. He has downgraded his social life. Many people who hang around him are just the common mananji. And I think this is so because he may have learned from his previous mistakes. He has been a party leader of Fort Kenya for a very long time, even to a level where some of his close friends betrayed him. They staged a coup and unsuccessfully attempted to overthrow him from the position of a party leader of Fort Kenya. And I think he may have learned from that whole episode that the people who matter in life are not generally the ruling class, but even people who live at the bottom of the pyramid, the people who are from the grassroots. Those are the fellas who mean what they say, and they say what they mean. And I think with these attributes, he might be the answer to the elusive, unity of the people of Western Kenya. Of course, we have always said that the people of Western Kenya are always united, but the divisiveness has always been in the leadership. But the fact that the country has begun to see us working together, doing activities together. Of course, the fulcrum of our members of parliament from Western Kenya working together has been Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, because he's our leader in the National Assembly, and also both inside and outside. And I think with this, being implemented, I am 100% sure that we will go to the next elections united as members of the Western community, from Vihiga to Mount Elgon, and from Malaba border all the way to Likuyani, and all the way up to Cherangani and Kwanza. That we will go to the next general elections as a united family, with one purpose, with one common objectives, and above all, we are going to synchronize all our political, social, and economic objectives in one basket, and put all our efforts in terms of bargaining for their implementations in one candidate. We have always divided in terms of following different people.
Kama mbaya, mbaya.
I want to agree with you that when I came in for the first time as a member of parliament for this constituency in 2017, there were very many schools that were dilapidated. And I am happy to report that the development plan that I initiated from 2017 to last year has seen an increase of very beautiful storage buildings that the children are using to purchase the education as we speak today. And I think that has kind of put me on a Kenyan map in terms of being one of the constituencies that has leveraged on the prudent management of CDF to be able to bring a revolution in the education sector in this country. And this is evident in terms of the very many scientific polls that have always put me number one in terms of tangible development that are visible, that can be seen. And I also want to take this opportunity to report that the budget that I used during my first term as a member of parliament to be able to build these story buildings, to be able to build the very many schools from scratch to where they are now, I think only require a half of the same budget to ensure that there is no single public school in my constituency that will have very old buildings. So what I'm going to do is that I have had a team of people from public works with my officers who have been moving around school to school. They are doing an estimate of how much money we require in renovating of the whole buildings and tiling all our floors, doing landscaping in the schools, and applying cabro. And I can tell you that the report that I've been given is very encouraging. In the next 2 years, there is no single primary school in the Kimilili constituency that will have very old buildings that were built in 1960s, in 1950s. All our primary schools are going to be refurbished. We are going to give them 100% facelift. We are going to put tiles in all our classrooms. We are going to cabro all our roads from the gate to inside the parade square so that our schools begin to look better than private schools in this country. And that is going to improve the performance of our school. I was among very few members of parliament who saw far to it that junior secondary schools were going to be domiciled in our primary schools. That's why we began to revolutionize the educational infrastructure available within our primary schools. And I want to make my commitment that within the next 2 years, before 2026, all public schools in Kimilili constituency will have tiled floors, and they will have done cabro, and they will have replaced all those old structures that were built in early 70s, in early 60s, that are not modern as we speak today. That one, I have made my commitment, and I think I've told many people who know me that the very many story buildings I build, every development that you see around Kimilili constituency, whether complete or ongoing, those developments are funded by funds during my first term as a member of parliament from 2017 to 2022, and they expect a new set of development. I am going to set a new development record in Kimilili constituency in the next 3 years, and I think that will catapult my desire to be governor of Bungoma.
Kuanzia leo ikue hivyo na ikue.